Welcome to Zambia, a country of over 14 million people in the heart of southern Africa. Best known as the home to the waterfall dubbed Victoria Falls by the fabled explorer Dr. David Livingstone, Zambia is a vibrant, colorful land of flowering trees, low mountains, and mighty rivers. Its capital, Lusaka, is centrally located in the south of the country and is home to over 1.5 million Zambians. Zambia is peaceful, home to 72 different tribes, yet still united under the slogan, One Zambia, One Nation. It is not uncommon for Zambians to speak 2 or more local languages, but fortunately for those of us who are not local, English is spoken almost everywhere. For those with an adventurous spirit, Zambia has lots to offer. Vast wildlife-filled national parks, rugged countryside, and plenty to do off the beaten path. Zambia's beautiful weather, its friendly people, and its tranquility create an engaging atmosphere for families and single people alike. As an emerging city, Lusaka's infrastructure is still trying to keep up with the mild chaos of rapid development, but this can be welcome for those who still appreciate the comforts of home. Modern shopping malls, new hotels, some worthwhile restaurants, and 2 state-of-the-art movie theaters. To those of us living here, Zambia is considered one of Africa's hidden gems. Dr. Livingstone, I presume. We've all heard of David Livingstone. In 1855, he became the first European to see the magnificent waterfalls on the Zambezi River, which he named after Queen Victoria. Livingstone and his life's work are forever celebrated in Zambia, with the Zambian town nearest the falls bearing his name, and his heart, literally his heart, resting in a monument for eternity. The modern history of Zambia mirrors that of its colonial neighbors, with one major exception. They've avoided extreme violence in their fight for independence. In the early 20th century, Zambia was called Northern Rhodesia under the rule of the British. When the country gained independence in 1964, it was renamed Zambia, and Kenneth Kaunda was elected its first president. He governed until 1990, when a struggling economy brought the first ever multi-party elections. The results of this election were honored, allowing for a peaceful transition to Zambia's second president, Frederick Chiluba. The 5th and current president is Michael Sata. This year, Zambia will celebrate 50 years of independence. Zambia is located about 600 miles south of the equator and is a little larger than the state of Texas. Sharing the landscape with wildlife makes people a little more scarce, however, as the entire country has less than half of Texas's population. The high population zones are in central Zambia, notably the capital, and to the north in the mineral-rich province called the Copperbelt. Being only a hop and a skip from the equator, Zambia has a tropical climate, but don't let the thought of a tropical climate fool you. 80% of the country lies on the Great Central African Plateau, with an average elevation between 1,000 and 1,300 meters. This lowers the temperatures and tempers the humidity more than its sea-level lying neighbors, leading to what some think is the best weather in the world. No ice, no snow. Where else can you barbecue Christmas dinner? The weather can be broken down into 3 distinct seasons: the hot, dry season between September and November, the rainy season between December and April, and the dry, cool season between May and August. During the dry season, you can count on leaving the umbrella at home. It will not rain even if the clouds appear ominous, and it's the best time of the year to hit the pool. The rainy season can be full of thunderstorms and mud, but it only lasts an hour or 2, before things are quickly dried out by the sun.
As far as crime and security here in Zambia, we have minimal problems with political violence and terrorism. We do have some crime issues that our staff has to be concerned about. My advice always has been to folks, and my personal philosophy always has been, that if you wouldn't do something in Washington, D.C., Chicago, Phoenix, or Los Angeles, that you shouldn't do it here in Lusaka either. And as long as you maintain good personal safety and security practices, you can have a very successful tour here in Zambia.
During the day, Lusaka's downtown is a congested mix of people, cars, and noise. Trees with broad branches line dusty sidewalks, passing by storefronts from a bygone era. A handful of tall buildings stand along the main thoroughfare of Cairo Road. During peak times, traffic can be heavy throughout Lusaka's busy network of streets and circles. The embassy recently relocated to a neck dedicated in 2010, which is 15 to 20 minutes east of the city center. Traffic is lighter, shopping for groceries is easier, and embassy housing benefits from the newer infrastructure. The community lives in close proximity to the mission in the neighborhoods of Leopard's Hill, Kabalonga, Sunningdale, Woodlands, and Ibex Hill. Housing is a good mix of compound living and individual freestanding houses. Both have pleasant advantages, and all are located in safe neighborhoods.
All of our homes have to meet the exact same security requirements with 24-hour guards, perimeter walls, perimeter lighting, safe havens, alarm systems, et cetera, et cetera.
Most houses in all compounds have pools that can be used for almost half of the year. The freestanding houses tend to be older African-style houses with nice-sized yards, fruit trees, gardens, and room to kick the ball around. A lot of embassy households have domestic help in housekeepers, gardeners, and nannies. People at Post get very creative with their outdoor space and have beautiful vegetable gardens. Some even delve into animal husbandry, raising chickens, goats, and guinea fowl. This is a post for cats and dogs too, and there's a good veterinarian in town. Power is generally dependable, although power failures occur and the power is subject to fluctuations that can cause damage to sensitive appliances. All residences are provided with generators. Zambian electrical outlets are 220 volts and use a 3-prong plug like this. Plugs and adapters can be bought locally and are easily installed. The embassy also provides transformers for 110-volt electronics. All housing has large water tanks with water provided from the city or boreholes. The water is safe to use for most purposes but not drinkable. Distillers are provided for each home. For home entertainment, satellite TV is available through DSTV, and some have Armed Forces Network. Broadcast television carries local news and programming, plus shows from other countries, including the U.S. As a developing city, Lusaka has few choices for internet providers, and none of them are perfect. There is DSL in some neighborhoods with dependability ranging from okay to poor. The slightly more dependable but more expensive option is using a dongle that needs to be recharged. There are houses with newly installed fiber optic cable, but that is not widely available yet. For those who find occasional refuge in shopping, there are 3 large shopping complexes: the modern Levy Junction, the sprawling Monda Hill Mall, and the outdoor strip mall Arcades. Each offers distinct stores, restaurants, and services. Together, they house more than 90 retail shops. Even though some of the brands may not be recognizable, there's a pretty good chance you can find what you're looking for, including at one or more of the major international grocery chains. Both Levy Junction and Monda Hill have unbelievably state-of-the-art movie theaters, showing current releases from Hollywood and Bollywood in English.
My name's Julie Washburn, and I've been the CLO in Lusaka for about 1.5 years. but my family and I have lived in Lusaka for about 4.5 years. There's more than enough variety of restaurants in Lusaka, anything from Italian to Thai to continental to hotels that have nice brunches. So definitely there's a good enough variety in town. In regards to supermarkets and what you need to buy, there are several large South African supermarket chains, and then of course the mom and pop smaller supermarkets, and then you have the smaller roadside type stands.
In addition to the local markets and supermarkets, the mission supports a commissary to provide American groceries and other conveniences.
We have 3 locations, one at the Embassy, one at 10 Ingwe Road, and one at the CDC. And all these stores, we carry a wide selection of all the products that you'll need to feel at home, I guess, on your stay in Zambia. We have about 120 labels of wine, the best beer on the continent, I'll have to say. We have cake mixes, cleaning products, cereals, pet food, pool supplies, baby products, snack foods. We offer a full range of services. Probably our biggest one is our diplomatic school bus program. You can make special orders on all the items that I have in the store, or I don't even carry. If there's an item you want and I can find it, I'll bring it in for you. We have a movie rental selection that I update every month. I try to get in at least 5 or 6 new movies.
On the last Saturday of every month, you'll probably see many of your friends browsing at the Dutch Market, an open-air market held at the Dutch Reformed Church, only minutes from the embassy. In addition to the artwork, everyone comes for the food. You can fill up on tacos, grilled sausages, or Chinese noodles for lunch. Then for dessert, real Italian gelato.
As far as the activities for adults, definitely there is mountain biking, road biking, horse riding. There are several gyms along with the gym that we have at the embassy. There is book clubs, there's quiz nights. Here in Lusaka, we generally celebrate all the traditional activities and holidays that you would at other posts. Things like Halloween, trick-or-treating, a visit with Santa, with a holiday party.
Lusaka has facilities for many sports, and not surprisingly, with a gentle nod towards those of the British realm. There's cricket, field hockey, soccer, polo, tennis, squash, and lawn bowling. Plus, motocross, horseback riding, and swimming. The American International School has 2 25-meter solar-heated swimming pools and 1 small pool available to the AISL students, parents, staff, and embassy community. Golf is also quite popular in Zambia among both expatriates and Zambians. Lusaka has 3 golf courses. If you're looking for more adventure, bungee jumping, parasailing, and river rafting are all available in Livingston. Although landlocked in the heart of Africa, Zambia appeals to those who love wildlife and truly love to explore. Camping in Zambia's vast national parks is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The country's central location also allows for camping adventures in nearby Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. You can safari through the Luangwa Valley in an open 4x4, watch a one-of-a-kind bat migration in Kasanka, hear wild animals walk through your camp in Mana pools, or take a boat ride down the languid Lower Zambezi, watching for hippos and other wildlife. There are all sorts of vacation options, from picturesque camping to high-end, once-in-a-lifetime luxury trips. One can be as close or as distant to nature as desired, inside a 5-star lodge, or using ablution blocks in a tent alongside a river. It's yours to decide and yours to discover. The landscape and wildlife make Zambia one of the most memorable posts where you will ever serve. We hope this video brings you a little insight into this gem of an assignment.